race to the
All
first
is in
beat.
order!
But I made the best offer.
Mademoiselle, monsieur, we must remain calm.
For 4 generations. That is...
Producing plonk unfit to drink, you mean? Which is exactly why you should sell Belgat to me.
As a ducal clerk, I must look after the duchy's best interests. Belgard, the Minister of the Treasury, has clearly expressed his desire that Belgard be handed over to a responsible steward. Yet, diverse troubles beset both your present holdings. Until you...
Well, happy?
Mine? You're deranged, woman. Hark, good folk! Be it known, Matilda de Vermentino is a cursed, spiteful lunatic! Truly, how would you know?
A witcher, so no expert, I guess.
Yeah, not seeking work, are you? You see, I wish to buy a vineyard.
What kind of troubles we talking about?
It's botched in more ways than one. The herbarium, infested with monsters.
A lot of bad luck for one little vineyard.
If you ask me, it's that Matilda, her handiwork.
Good looking.
That ghost... I simply can't... Could you not reduce... That sounds fair.
Sure sounds like...
I am really... My vineyard lies east of here.
Psst. You're a witcher, yes? I heard you talking to that oafish ogre Liam. Disgusting man. The worst sort. First, seduces with a dashing gaze. But that's all. No coincidence. My cooper and blacksmith both have mysteriously vanished. The list goes on, but the crux is one. I must... I'm sorry. I sense we're closed. I sense we're closed. I sense we're closed. Would you take advantage of my...
I can help.
Wonderful. I shall stay here for...
Gotcha.
Flouted writ and rot in chains. Best cure for the beast, a witcher.
Hey there.
Stock the larder of the Duchessa herself.
Mine. So,
Good luck on the path.
Empty wine bottles. Leftovers. Can outsiders sign up, or is this a closed event?
Piss off, rat mug! Hop, skip, trot!
Sacre bleu.
Piss off! Not very frisky for a witcher.
Mind your manners. Not good.
It's not allowed, that kind of beating.
Great. Just wonderful. I'll look around. Smashed bones. Damn, it was strong. Deep prints. Blood. Just trying to get away. Damn it. Something behind these roots. Come out. I'm not gonna hurt you.
Thank you, Sir Witcher.
That's it, Roach. Faster.
Men and dogs are not of interest.
Some proud sorcerer like to be planning to witch our kids away.
Giddy up.
The very cream of the land's chieftain has come for the tournament.
Looks like an Arcaspore killed him. Apparently someone's sabotaging operations at Vermentino. But the letter doesn't say who. Need to keep looking. Could still find out. Giddy up. Move it!
Welcome home, sir. I am Barnabas Basil Fawlty, by order of the Duchess. I previously served with distinction at the Nibley family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me.
Great. Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt.
He was actually a head...
No, not him, but his great... He never has... Monsieur sadly...
Shame that...
Not at all. Not... Behold, sir...
Pretty vast.
Indeed.
Been a major all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of major domos. My father was a major domo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great-aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to Major Domo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path. The servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays. Follow me, please. 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 Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days. Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda. Monsieur Bolius, his wife Nina, kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place it was.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation. Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work, and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the mess, which...
I made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
Follow me, please. As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it, a certain subtle southern charm.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
And welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right...
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet with that, sir, you've seen the full lay... If forgive me for being
Think I'll take you up on that. Mention the place.
Oh, most decidedly, sir.
Been thinking about...
If I might dare to make... Not only did the residents positively... I understand.
Got these spacious grounds.
Oh, yes. The way I see things...
My armor needs...
Admiral Upon the... Of course. If I... Not...
It's in your hands, then.
I shall get to work immediately. Within... Highly skilled at what they do. Is there anything...
A what?
I shall be glad.
Vineyard
Baron?
He was...
No, he never... Sadly.
Shame.
Not a...
Thanks. Renovations coming up?
Superbly, sir. In other news, the...
If you say I...
You smell that? Those are the vapors of Tucson.
Strange. Something behind this wall, I think. A laboratory. Must have been an alchemist at one time.
Women and shop. more you beat them, the better they are!
Giddy up. Walking on water. Just like...
Like who?
like a pond skater. Who are you thinking?
No matter. I suppose you thought nothing else in life could surprise you, eh? Wrong.
Hey, happen to know how the hell I can walk on that water?
Naturally, I know. Since time immemorial have I dwelt in solitude on this shore, and I can testify to the extraordinary nature of the lake.
What's so extraordinary about it? I mean, besides the fact that you can walk on its surface.
A sword, most wondrous, lies in its depths. I watch over it. The blade may be grasped solely by one who possesses the 5 chivalric virtues.
Folk call me a lot of things, but virtuous...
Yet I do know. You have proven yourself capable of great sympathy. You are a man of honor, as many can attest. Of humble means yourself. You showed generosity to others. Your valor is the stuff of legends. Reason guides your actions, as it does those of all who are wise. You have proven the 5 chivalric virtues dwell in your heart.
Mean the sword's mine? I can dive in and take it?
The sword deserves the hand of a master.
Anytime.
This, my favorite part of You have proven worthy of wielding...
Behold, your Arendite.
We've met before.
Certainly. The hermit admitted he knew you, remember?
The Lady of the Lake.
It is I. Forget not that you are a man right and honorable, devoted to doing good. And for these reasons you received the blade. Now bear it. And I trust this time you shall not lose it.
Just wonderful.
The gods have sent the beast as punishment for our sins.
Hey,
Our ancient tradition!
This festival of mouth of Jews an offense to the gods.
It's made of stone.
Rampona!
Geralt. What if...
So,
Hammer and Fibbamity Bell. Music to a smithy's ears.
Move it!
Tittering cat again. This way.
Now, where'd you get them catty peepers?
Chasing down. Okay.
You've the look of a knight. Monsters have come.
Come on, come closer.
On your back. Help
a
us!
Man who
Look,
dare
monsters
not
all
down
about.
some wretch is a man whose wife like to thump his...
gotta blow this up if I want to get rid of the Endrigas.
Go, go.
Regis!
Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be. Gotta be another way back here. Kicking more eggs. Need to incinerate these to ash. That's some stench. Damn it. Come on. Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery. How much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state. Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little. What matters is what Dettlaff wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megoscope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. Body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hands. Hand with the ring seemed the odd one out, but Bruxa had taken an interest in it.
It's Dettlaff's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy at Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never managed to prove it worked.
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole body experienced.
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name: resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that induced by narcotics. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissues.
Any chance we might see what Dettlaff was doing just before?
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will
Can't you just summon Dettlaff?
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a
last resort?
There is a being who can summon Dettlaff. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I...
Rings pretty intriguing.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here, guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect? Meaning not to...
Precisely. And the reason why I, in turn, gave it to Dettlaff.
Kovenarius spent half his life proving...
You guessed correctly. In addition to Dettlaff...
Well, got a few There's Mamoon glands, but closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were culled to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon...
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Very intelligent fowl. I asked him to look for the creatures. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solid... It will take them some time, nonetheless, so...
Rarely say no to a snifter. Even better. I remember your mandrake hooch. Made people say things they'd have rather kept to themselves.
Now, what could Geralt of Rivia prefer to keep to himself?
Everyone's got some secret.
I agree wholeheartedly. I also believe it wise at times to share one's secrets, unburden oneself to those one can trust.
This your sophisticated way of asking me if I trust you?
I prefer almost always to ask you directly. It seems a test of intelligence, one you just passed.
Maybe you should go first.
Anything in particular interest you?
Curious what you did after you were reborn.
As I'm sure you can surmise, at first I was thoroughly absorbed with recovering. As it is, I've still not recovered completely. Yet I was so weak the first year that Dettlaff bore my weakness bravely, showed great patience. Once I could at last stand unassisted, I set off for Bruges, for my one-time home of Dillingen. There I led the peaceful life of a rural healer and surgeon, enjoying my neighbours' respect and, in fact...
Bruges, you say?
Perhaps a dash.
Back then, yeah. But we parted again soon after. And when the time was ripe, she came back, defeated the Wild Hunt together.
Ooh. Seems I certainly missed quite a bit while I...
True enough. But it's a conversation we'll have another time. Need to know more about you now. Curious what you...
As I'm sure Dettlaff... Once I could at last...
Bruges, you say?
Perhaps a dash.
Back then, yeah. But we parted again soon after. And when the time was ripe, she came back.
Ooh.
True enough. But it's a conversation we'll have... Gotta ask you the big question. One everyone wonders about.
You wish me to tell you if the human belief in the gods is well-founded? Well, that I do not know. Our matter, that of which we are composed, can exist without form.
But were you dead?
As humans understand.
Feel anything?
It's rather hard to explain. I felt something very... Only after rebirth did I begin to understand that what I had felt was cold and unimaginable.
Can't have been alive then.
Indeed, it's hard to compare to anything I know. Thus, I often find myself wondering why you try so very hard To die at 20.
Depends on your point of view. Man who's got a million...
Very true. One's...
Got a new life, new
Starting all anew is a very broad concept.
Your blood addiction, say. Wondering if your body's the same.
All addictions are a form of slavery. Re-addiction's not a risk I'm willing to take, just to test a hypothesis about corporeal regen...
Fair enough.
Not to worry, Geralt. Curiosity's a natural reaction under the circumstances.
Always fascinated me the way vampires can regenerate.
A difficult and laborious process, but one that's possible, as my presence proves. But I've heard you...
For a bit, but Triss helped me get it back.
Yes, you humans are rather buggered in those terms. To strip you of life is, well, it's just plain easy. I've always pitied you in that regard. We vampires are much harder nuts to crack. If a member of another race... However, if one of our own strikes the deadly blow, death is permanent. There can be no rebirth. One of the chief reasons why vampires...
All right, give you one question.
One question to ask one as fascinating as you, Geralt. Cruel parsimony, I'd say, but I shall do my best to make it count. If you were to die and be reborn as I was, in your new life, would you choose to be a Witcher?
That's what interests you most? Whether I'd like to be a Witcher again?
Many things interest me, but we've not much time left. Please answer.
Never chose to be a Witcher. Fate chose for me. Had it been my choice, I'd have picked a different profession. A profession where I wouldn't have to risk my life every minute of every day. Maybe even one that'd earn me some respect.
Thank you for being honest. Honesty is an attribute of the truly brave, and thus a privilege.
Still no sign of your winged friend. Sure it understood what you wanted?
Dead certain. Let's wait a bit longer. Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Far as I know, none. Now what you got for me?
You were right. No kobolds or...
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this...
Impossible. My brethren hunted down every last...
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. Now, I don't recall much in particular. Really don't attach much importance to such things. It was mentioned to me as an anecdote.
Come on, search your memory. Textbook...
Sorry, Geralt. I try not to clutter my mind with it. What are your thoughts?
A specimen of a species thought long extinct.
Ah, professional curiosity.
Whites?
What's your...
This might not be a spotted white after all.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly...
What exactly?
The area around the estate.
Spoons.
Spare me the skeptical smile. I'm but...
Now when...
I don't... What...
Worst case scenario.
Yes. Good late.
Tell me.
Quiet.
All right.
And to you.
How you like that silver? Go, go.
Hey-ya!
The dressings, bandages.
What's that about?
The dressings, bandages.
Forget it. Bandages won't do him any good.
What? Oh, but he breathed.
Mm-hmm. Breathed his last then.
God.
What happened here?
I was rolling through, fully loaded.
Pretty admirable stop.
Truthfully, when I saw him, I considered it might be an ambush. The thought entered my mind, I near decided to crack the whip, but to abandon...
Decent enough in many... Before you go on, clean your hands thoroughly and burn your shirt. I don't...
Who?
A witcher.
Oh.
See what we have here. Either a thrust weapon or a thick claw. Maybe... Breastplate's unusual.
An antiquity, I believe. I deal in these things, so... what's puzzling is...
Not likely to learn that from him. Now to figure out where he came from.
Wait! I will come with you!
So be it. Trail leads to the house on the hill.
Which stands silent as a grave.
Gates locked from the inside. Clearly been jostled, though. Something tried to get out. Must have been here he broke his legs. Fell while climbing over the wall. Trying to leave the property probably after he didn't manage to open the gate. What the hell's this?
Good God!
Setting for a banquet? Servant. Stabbed to death. Over a dozen blows with a sharp object. Some post-mortem.
I cannot believe this the work of a man. It was a monster, to be sure.
Silver tableware. Elven engravings. Ceremonial bowls. For little sacrifices.
Of what? Please, do not say humans.
Ceremonial bowls. For little sacrifices.
Of what? Please, do not say humans.
Multiple wounds on the body. All puncture wounds, but hard to tell what caused them. Victims fled, then dropped to the ground and doused the flames. Didn't manage. Burnt smells growing fainter. Might have been another luckier soul managed to flee. Doublet scorched. Wriggled out of it, tossed it, then ran on.
Perhaps there's no one inside after...
I know you're in there. Breathing's loud and clear. Open up. We mean you no harm.
They remain there?
Listen, I'm a witcher. I'm here to help you. But if that's gonna happen... You mentioned...
Those, I don't know what they were. We were staging a scene. The death of paying homage. There was a flash of light. I broke and ran through a They pounded on the door. I thought that...
Who are you?
Durant Faucher Plamondon de Savarin. We meet here annually to mark the anniversary of the...
So while reenacting a scene...
What? What now?
Best thing?
Are you mad?
No, don't want it to kill anyone. Precisely why I gotta do my job. You know what I'm gonna ask for. No objection? Let's get to work. Start by clearing the court. One...
I will stand, or rather...
The Vethaf, the elf...
The Vethaf, the Elven King, hosted the Vethaf, laid at Ludovic's feet a loaf of binnen and elfin bread, thus granting humans rule over seed-yielding lands. The Vethaf filled at long last, the Elfin King grasped his sword and shield, thus symbolically passing command of his armies to humans. Elfin King, erect Ludovic, then spake.
I accept your...
Ah! Look! Look!
Impossible! Gods!
You'll never learn. Not good.
The sculptures, they came alive.
Dunno. Specialize...
I may know what happened. The statues... This Devethef was to pay tribute to humans. It's fortune...
You're no better. Elves were just defending their territory.
You? What does that mean?
Yeah, in a way.
Your words? They're wrong, Witcher.
Let's go. That's it, Roach.
Our guests. Good omen. That the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm, a message, trying to tell me something. None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall sate you. Never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Pigsty. Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva. White's obsessed. A real collector. Thoroughbred. Spoon's incredible. The craftsmanship. Must have graced a rich man's table. Smashed mirror. As if someone couldn't stand to look at themselves. Spoon, pretty ordinary, maybe a little old. She was changing into a monster. Recorded it in her diary. Poignant. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. The spoon key. Sophisticated crafting. Tag bears a description. White's a true collector. White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred. Skeletons. This have anything to do with the curse? None shall sit and dine with you at your table. It makes sense. Woman's name scratched into this wooden spoon. Romantic. Broken neck. Indentation in the skull's lateral surface. Smacked in the head with something heavy. Right arm bit right off. Teeth all knocked out. Somebody tried to force feed him. Actually does seem like a White's lair. Bit atypical, but still. Cauldron should be somewhere around here. Spoon, pretty ordinary. Maybe a little old. Another spoon. Yep, just as normal as the last one. Cauldron I was looking for. White's not particularly tidy. Table set. White, who lives here, is getting ready for some sort of feast. White's obsessed. Real collector. Thoroughbred. White that lives here, definitely afflicted by a curse. And it's been trying desperately to lift it. Traces of him here. White's been a collector for years. unfortunately. Regis needs some brew. I'm afraid he won't get that. No choice but to hide and wait for the saliva glands and their bearer. Need a spot that'll let me observe the cauldron.
Not gonna hurt you. Wanna help? I've seen the words of the curse on the walls. Think I know how to lift it. Tried to bring folk here, convince them to sit at the table with you, right? Well, I'm gonna be your guest now. Your willing guest. Just need a bit for Regis. And now we'll tend to you. We can't use spoons. No, that won't work. You've been looking for a spoon that would feed you, but there's no such spoon. We need to eat without spoons. Likeness. Just not quite like I expected. Need to see what happened to the white. Won't be hard to find given its stench. easy. I'll take you some... So I took her by the hand and led her here. See...
You did the right thing, sir. Don't worry, sir. I shall see to everything. She is safe here and in good hands.
Might actually take a while. She hadn't eaten anything in over 100 years when...
Horrid. Whatever brought this about?
Told me her story on the way here. Her name's Marlena. She was once the very beautiful and proud heiress to the Trastamara estate. One evening, when she was holding a banquet for friends, a beggar came to her gate seeking alms.
I've heard of the custom. An ancient rite of hospitality that obliges one to give food and drink.
Marlena didn't care a whit for the old customs. She drove the man off. The beggar then broke his spoon, cast a curse. Since she adored feasts, he swore no one would ever wish to... And as she even refused him the crumbs from her table,
A harsh punishment.
Curses are tricky. They play on irony. Always gotta figure out what the catch is. Marlena had spent decades looking for a way to lift it. Transformed into a wight, she stole spoons and lured folk into her home, trying each time to get them to dine with her.
So what did?
Someone had to sit down and share a meal with her, of their own free will. They had to eat without using spoons, and make her look at her reflection.
That's it? That was all it required?
Simplest solutions are sometimes the last. Besides, when you're a wight, it's pretty damn hard.
I imagine so. But, most importantly, it is now over. As... In...
Thinking of...
Excellent.
That's...
Not this...
Think your friend's hand'll make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals.
What did you do with...
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquire...
Pretty helpful creature.
I try not to overdo it. But they can be so useful. As they were now, when I...
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish...
That, I fear, might prove...
Shouldn't be a problem.
It's not that...
Not sure I understand.
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can check. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic...
All right.
We shall visit Tesha Mudna, an ancient vampirist beasts you will then kill. The blood...
Tesha Mud...
It is a place of torment. A torture... This brought trouble on the entire species.
So what?
But they were bothersome. Forgive the A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Tesh. Kagmar was captured and...
Sino.
In a moment.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sancurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. One drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I have no choice. As things stand, the die is cast.
And you're starting to...
We have arrived.
You lead. Scurvers must be getting close to their...
Correct.
An ancient vampire dungeon.
I feel honored.
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms. Vampire hideout. Fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once. Toussaint.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our well into this one opened upon this land and no other. This was the first place we saw.
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Yes. Great many things.
Glyphs are carved into the rock. Coated with blood used to be. They mean something?
They're empty.
Seems your kind assembled a peculiar little library.
Indeed. Though I did not lay a hand to it.
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garisham. My tribe, and Deadlough's. We both remained in this part of the world.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the Tedead. Those who went east, beyond the Blue Mountains.
Cells? Who for?
Ah, disgraceful. Excruciatingly so, this particular page from our history.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the Tedead. Those who went east.
Whose is this glyph?
Amarim. They ventured beyond the sea.
place. But...
Thus they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let.
They treated them like livestock.
I'd like to be able to turn back time. Deny it.
Don't take it so hard.
Well... Place the bait at the tunnel entrances. Monsters will catch its scent more quickly.
When I think how these tunnels got here, sends shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
Three done. One left. Think this'll work?
I certainly hope so. Its stench is so thick, I wager it carries clear to Novigrad.
Bait set. What now? Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm me down. Somehow.
Please, girl. You won't be able to. We must forge through this.
We just smelled the blood. A few hours. Scent won't bother me anymore. Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better, thank you.
Never expected.
We need not discuss.
But we do. Because if I'd known...
What would you have done?
Found Deadloff's...
I did not wish you to use...
No.
I told you.
Resonance.
Are you certain you followed the formula? This is important, Geralt.
Relax. Got some
Very well.
Excuse me. I shall only take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting. The Count...
Sir, you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Ah, fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Detlef? And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh? But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates.
Forgive me.
What?
Awake at last. You ride like... What did you see?
Delacroix. Seems Detlef had made friends with... and he was overcome with fury.
So, why the uncertainty?
Nothing extraordinary about it.
Clearly, the situation provoked such emotion. Killing someone who's grown dear to us, it's bound to elicit struck. Did you see anything else?
There was something. Showed up twice and...
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the port.
Perhaps we should have...
It's our own...
I shall join you.
That's fair.
Oh! So how would you explain it? Whether it pours for a week or the sun bakes our pates, we've always mud up to our ankles here.
You can't blame me for Beauclair's fickle weather.
Fickle weather? I've seen you. You empty your chamber pot in front of our shop each morn, so folks will dirty their boots, go to you to get them cleaned.
A far-fetched conspiracy theory, sirs.
I'll conspire to welt your bum with my belt. Come here.
Leave him alone. His father, and you won't touch him. I won't let you.
Oh, poppycock. I knew his father.
I'll teach him honesty. He'll not leave muck at our shop, so back up.
Not.
Won't it?
Damn it.
Teach you to help stop those chiefs!
What's the meaning of this?
I'm investigating the
Ah, yes.
Nothing really.
Uh-huh. I see. You'll come with us. So, come on.
You're very good with your fists, sir. Wouldn't be looking for work, would you? We'd make a find.
Yeah?
Splendidly. That's how. And as you're the stronger,
Bit about the mud's true?
I've got to make it so...
Let me think about this.
Wait!
But my...
In this city... So then...
One of your patrons.
An arrival. Indeed.
How much?
Let's...
What? Gotta be
expand my venture. I'm sure you can... I should think...
All right.
It's... Ah, see...
Just one problem.
I shall patient... What?
Here.
1,000... I know the fellow...
Nowhere.
No, when...
It's...
Oh, you're here.
I am. Young man, with it?
But... You...
In point of fact, he's a...
I leave him...
Worth checking.
What's you...
Thank you.
Handled that kid pretty well.
Finding the right approach. That's the trick to dealing with children.
Yeah, saw that. Meaning, the right thing to bribe them with. Red door. One the bootblack mentioned. Won't budge. Gotta break it down.
You might just as well stand out in the street, pound on a drum and...
Let's hear your idea.
Give me a moment.
Nice. Never considered becoming a bird?
I considered it briefly, but ultimately concluded it would be terribly dull.
He here? Let's look around.
Even if he's not here.
Old toy. No use to anyone. Shame. Must have brought someone joy sometime.
I find these puppets rather disturbing.
Somebody fixed this recently. Attic. Let's go. So this is his nest. Need to look around. Detlav van der Eretain, you do not know us, but we know you to be a vampire. We know also of your... Now you know this. We shall chain her down. You must complete...
There you have it. Proof positive Detlav killed not...
Any idea?
Indeed. Detlav...
One might have...
Possible in theory, but I know of none. Whoever it is...
Who's Renowed?
His one-time lover. The sole human... because she accepted him. With her...
Ever meet her?
No.
Take it you have your
I know humans better than he does. Their capacity to be disloyal, dishonest. I also know she took her things. Not something one associates.
All Dettlaff have
Is that so? Not only was she his beloved, his lover, his mate, she was a member of his pack. And one never leaves one's pack voluntarily.
Even if Renawed did abandon him that time, looks like someone's actually kidnapped her this time.
Hard to argue with that. And hard to foresee what he's prepared to do to free her, get her back.
He's prepared to kill, that's clear.
As would you be for Yennefer. He kills for he cares for her deeply. And that blood, those individuals, they mean nothing to him.
Yeah, I get it now. He's out to rescue a female from his pack.
Exactly.
Right, so someone's blackmailing him. We know that. Still have no idea who. Need to look around some more. Tools were used recently. Dettlaff unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Tools were used recently. Dettlaff unwind by fixing toys between murders.
Really now, Geralt, must you?
Nice tune. Look, slips of paper, name on each. Count Crespi, Count Dulac, Milton de Peyrac-Peyrin, Count Delacroix.
Dettlaff's victims, one and all. But that's not his hand.
Must have come from whoever wrote the letter. All of it written using the same ink. See the color? Ink was dyed with cinnabarite. Rare mineral, pretty much found only in
Nazaire. But I fear it means very little. Anyone could have imported such ink.
Fair enough. Still worth remembering.
Look, this slip is stained.
With wine. Not much to go on either, especially not in Beauclair.
Perhaps. Yet perhaps also worth remembering.
Blackmailer. Kinda curious who it could be.
Why is that?
Regis. Somebody kidnapped a vampire's lover. Bold to begin with. Now they're forcing the vampire to kill. A vampire you yourself insisted no murderer. Blackmailer's skilled. Someone special.
Astute. Now that I think of it, I'm beginning to wonder if...
It's not one of your kind? Another vampire?
Precisely. The plot thickens.
Just a hypothesis. Wouldn't set my heart on it till we know more.
Right you are.
Let's sum up what we know. Seems Detlef's being blackmailed. Someone's been feeding him his victims' names.
All noted down using one and the same Nazeri ink. And not in his handwriting.
Not much.
But enough to ascertain Detlef's innocence, clearly.
Not how I'd put it. Doubt it's how the Duchess will see it either.
I trust you to convince her. And then...
What? Go on, don't be shy. See you've got it all figured out, including the grin I gotta wear.
It's a rather bold plan, but... Were we to find Renawed, we would strip the blackmailers of their hold on Detlef.
That's one idea. Could be worth a shot. But what about Detlef? He gonna go on killing while I'm out searching for his lover?
He will not. I shall convince him to stay his hand. Assure him you're a friend seeking to help. I'll await him here. He's sure to return sooner or later.
Think he'll listen?
He will.
Ought to wait with you, maybe.
No. He'll sense you from a mile off. Simply fail to appear. I'd better stay alone. You must trust me on this.
Fine. Need to report to the Duchess first.
So be it. We'll await you here. Detlef and I both.
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
I was not mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast? I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster, and you return with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Is this a problem? Is it too much for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
And buckthorn? When I was a child, Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
Go ahead. Send them to their death.
Certain death.
To a lone witcher, perhaps. To 40 of my men-at-arms, but another skirmish.
40, 50, 100, doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What creature can do such things?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What, then, do you intend to do?
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Yeah, impossible. If so great is their power, why have they not killed or enslaved us all?
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
Try to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it.
Know what I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich. Capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human. And he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnapped the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. Soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the Ducal Sommelier. Hop, hop! In Tucson, wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Est, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Witcher, show him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
Yes. The west bank of the Saint Retour. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high. It's simple. Saint Real, the 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Ravello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Saint Real was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
San Real. Never heard of it.
It's highly unlikely you've ever had a chance to partake.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper.
In matters of wine, Benoit is never mistaken. We must...
Wait. Your Grace wants to go with me?
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal...
Your Grace, what you propose?
It pleases me to see you, gentlemen. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escort. We will travel incognito. We've no... For the duration...
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment.
Go. This vampire. Have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure. But he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
I've sweat dripping down my bum furrow.
Hunters have attacked the wagon. We must help.
Stay back, Your Grace. We shall see to this. Help! Save us! Back, you beast! Begone! Help! Save us! Back, you beast! Begone! This vampire. Have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure. But he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
You've the look of a knight. Over there, monsters have come.
Hunters have attacked the wagon. We must help!
Stay back, dear Grace. We shall see to this. Help! Save us! Please, be close! Help! Save us!
Done. Time to move on.
If not for you, we'd have been done for.
Thank you. Happened by.
You saved our lives.
Hooray!
Tell me more about this vineyard, Castel Ravello.
It's the best in all Tucson. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabrizio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant. Could be the steward. Could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall know when we arrive. It's not far now.
Stop, send the whip away those running riot. Our duchy...
Captain de la Tour, we did not expect any visitors from the palace.
Doubtless you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust her.
Kind of you to ask, Master Fabrizio.
Your grace?
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally.
This is an inspection.
Oh, and who are you, sir?
This is Geralt of Rivia.
Which
is to say, I expect...
Of...
Did you hear that, Witcher?
Want to talk about some...
I am at your service.
The Sonreal. How many vineyard...
One might say only...
Not like you make the wine all alone.
I see you've little notion how... The workers assist me only to the stage of fermentation. Workers, again, assist me during barreling, but the wine lies in the cellar, gains character.
Who hauls the...
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions. Master Fabrizio, we have proof someone's gained access to some... Either you lie to our face, or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it!
But...
Remind me, where is... I shall find it.
Oh, of course.
Talk to the commander.
We shall wait here, Master Fabrizio.
What if Fabrizio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabrizio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no everything lines up.
Then we must follow our other lead.
Ervelous. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
Fiorano. Dandelion's favorite. Adores it.
Aye.
Got Pomino over here. San Real. 1270 vintage.
That's the wrong year. Keep looking.
San Real. Barrels are dated 1268.
Close, but not quite the right year.
Right here. 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice. If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Full.
Full?
Full. This one's full too. Full. This one's full too. Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of San Real? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
Ready. We can start. Ready.
Step aside.
So?
Those hints of spice. Distinctive. This is San Real. Revolt.
Could have gone sour, Wally.
Impossible. This is not what. The fact that it did.
Master Fabricio.
Master Fabricio.
But your grace,
You are a step away from losing your head.
I admit it.
Why did you do?
I couldn't resist.
Is what I
wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, I shall tell you,
Who'd you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the Pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court. He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sonreal. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name?
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
I've no Sintrin aristocrat at court.
Really thought nobody'd find out.
I was a fool. Very foolish. I beg you, Your Grace, you must forgive me.
wine itself. How'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of dark. Ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men. The kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? That the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He's...
That's enough. Know all we need to know.
Your Grace.
Get out of my... Captain, have your men take Master Fabrizio to the dungeon. What now?
We set a trap. Next, transport.
For once, I agree with you.
See no
We were...
Fine. Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted.
At your service.
Let's ask him a few...
Witcher.
Don't need to like each other. Just gotta do our jobs.
If that's how you wish to treat it. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. And I appreciate it. Let us go to her grace. She awaits nearby.
Not at all surprised.
The Master's eye fattens the calf. Captain, do...
Who sent you?
His name is Dog.
Once again.
Your nun's lover.
Wait. If he doesn't wish to speak, I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure...
What?
Sure can. Fresh out.
In that case, he's all yours.
Captain, have your men find me a strong rope. Kind that won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters, provided they catch the scent of its blood. But I'll see to that.
What? No. Crikey, no! Don't let him!
Stop screaming. Save your strength. Got a long night ahead of you.
No! Don't let him! I'll talk!
Barrels. Where were you gonna take them?
I don't know.
Captain, need that rope after all.
I truly don't know. The first
Who hired you?
He'll kill me!
Ought to be worried about me right now. Who is he?
Go on, man. Spit it up.
The Centurion. That's what they said, that we were...
I don't know any...
Take him away. Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out...
Yes, Your Grace.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission... He's late.
Relax, he'll come.
There's something I'd like to know. How can you be so damned calm?
Side effect of my mutations. We Witchers rarely get the jitters.
What if something has happened to him?
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can, but this Sintrian appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned... And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
Still don't know this Sintrian's behind the kidnapping and...
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine...
Need to find the Sintrian. Even if none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Someone's coming.
Captain, why so long?
This Sintrian does not work alone. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shat. And the word on the street is that...
Used to it.
Must you always... The port warehouse where the wine was delivered, we identified it. We've... There, fate lent us a hand.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. On the Sintrian's arm...
The singer? I've heard...
The same. We went to her home. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Sintrian.
Gotta nab the Sintrian. Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my...
Out of the question. If the Sintrian truly does have men about the city, he will find...
Duchess is right. Need to be...
Precisely what...
We, Your Grace.
Geralt and I.
Where's the event gonna be held?
The Mandragora always assembles at the same place. A residence in Oatville. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire.
Eat, drink, and loosen your belt, for you are...
Hey, is that not this cur with the price on his tits? Get him!
Didn't look like locals. Kenyan's right. I'm a hunted man.
Vivat Tucson!
Drooping bums, drooping danglies.
Sacred?
Excuse me?
There is no I'm... Ever your servant, sir.
Nice tune.
Disperse!
Banquets
The exhibition
and
of the
wine
Reginald
are
Daubry
rather
Monument
suited
will
for
remain
pleasant.
closed until further notice.
Closed? Why, we wrote an entire day to see it.
Long
You
live
have-
Duchessa Anna Henrietta.
Late.
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style. Not all bad. Nothing like a budding artist, of course, but... just one other
A mask?
All who attend the Mandragora's...
Let's go.
Mm-hmm. How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town.
Right. Right.
Madame, Monsieur, tonight I particularly
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Belant.
You are admirers, I surmise.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps...
I don't know where she...
Let's hear it.
Seek the
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being...
The residence belongs to... Oriana, she owns this.
Got her.
It would be pointless.
Koviri Orchid. Let's look for it.
Good folk, yet another
Paradigm manifested.
That green, lush and verdant as a field of vines.
To vines and to wine!
Quite the noble. Splendid. The sky over Toussaint. Shoot you tire.
Good to see you, guys.
Drop them in the pail and grab a different. I got it. It's the Soreto.
It's not a landscape to be clever. It's a manifestation of the man's soul.
Is all ice. Composition takes shape.
Yes.
Gods, scarlet, crimson, oxblood, ice lips, full sensual blood.
Good to see you, Geralt.
It's obvious. If represents transgression in its purest form.
Voila! Fine. Now, allow me a moment to ponder. My tracing? The painting depicts spiritual dualism. The continual battle between good and evil, and defiance.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus evil. The dualistic nature of man.
And defiance. Absinthe, the preferred hooch of artists.
Careful, it packs a pretty powerful punch.
I've built up a pretty powerful resistance.
Would I ever love to meet him? But we should.
Needs Iron Man.
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
Do take care.
Ah, how beautiful.
Fine, let's give it a try.
The lanterns. They never suspected you believed in such things. The dolphins. That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist. Come, let's look in the alcoves.
We are busy. It's an outrage.
But are you sure it... Leave us be.
Blah, blah, blah. Effort-God, Schmeffort-God. It's all...
I shall go.
But are you sure?
Please go.
But what if it has
Sure to be in one of the alcoves.
Where are you skittering off to, Silverway?
Attention. Blah, blah, blah. Effort-God, Schmeffort-God.